What's up, guys? My name is Gabe and welcome back to the Trojan Blade. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is the instant reaction to USC's 49-35 loss to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Before we go any further, congrats to any Notre Dame fans that happen to be watching. You guys have a damn good team, and to bounce back the way you did after that loss to Northern Illinois is very impressive. Kudos to you guys, a very well-deserved win today. But yeah, man, another heartbreaking loss for our Trojans. Not in the way we've grown accustomed to, not in the last play of the game, although it sort of felt like it. We were so close to punching the ball in, making it 35-35. And that end of game meltdown is just so emblematic of this year's USC team. When there's a big play to be made, we usually don't make it. And of course, the theme of catastrophic quarterback turnovers has arisen again. It seems like there aren't a lot of people in the USC fan base that want to blame Jaden for the 2 interceptions, which we all know if Miller Moss was in there, the entire fan base would be on him about it, saying he should be benched and all this other stuff. There's just a theme with the quarterback play this year, guys. It's just not good enough. Miller Moss or Jaden Maiava. Of course, I could be proven wrong, but I don't think either of them are Lincoln Riley quality quarterbacks. And it was funny, in this game, I was thinking in the third or fourth quarter, Jaden Maiava's probably due for a turnover because he hasn't had one yet. And then as we went through the fourth quarter, I was like, oh man, he's not going to have one today. But yeah, the complete and utter meltdown at the end for him was really sad to see because he had played well up to that point. He made some big throws. He was very aggressive. There were some mistakes in there, obviously, but the 2 pick sixes at the end, they're just really tough. But at the end of the day, I'm not putting this one on Jaden Maiava. I'm not putting this one on the offense. The USC defense got absolutely blasted today. We had some big takeaways. We had some timely stops. But overall, the Notre Dame offense was kicking the defense's ass. There were too many non-competitive reps, too many guys getting drug around for 5 to 10 yards. Thank goodness Jeremiah Love wasn't in there at the end of the game because he was carving us up and making us look foolish at times. He was the best player on the day for me. The defense that we had gotten used to being so strong, so stingy, so physical, today they just didn't really show up. I thought it was a particularly bad afternoon for Mason Cobb, and I also thought Gavin Meyer had a really tough time on the interior of that defensive line. Another one of the biggest problems on the day for me was Lincoln Riley. I thought the game plan in that first quarter coming right out of the gate was dreadful. It was far too simple, far too safe, far too conservative. When Jaden Maiava is your quarterback, you simply cannot run that kind of offense. What does Jaden do well? He throws that fade ball well, he throws the back shoulder, and at times he can run it. Although I do think his ability as a runner has been very overstated. On that last drive of the first half, when Lincoln let Jaden be Jaden, things started to open up for the offense. And then coming out in the second half, we sort of found our rhythm. We started hitting more of those deeper throws. And then what did that do? That opened up everything, including the run game, which, by the way, have to mention Woody Marks. He went out early in this game with what looks to be a concussion. If he doesn't end up playing in the bowl game, and this is the last we see of Woody Marks in a USC uniform, I just want to say what an absolute pleasure it was to watch him play for us. I think he's a Trojan through and through. Love everything about him. Love what he stands for. Love the way he plays. Great player, great teammate, and even better person. And yeah, overall, just had so much fun watching him play this year. But when our throw game started to get opened up a little bit, you saw Quentin Joyner had more room. The boxes were lighter, and he started to really heat up in this one. I know we've done a phenomenal job going to the portal, getting running backs. But man, next year, I really want Quentin to be the guy. I think he's ready. I think his upside is absolutely through the roof. And I just think he's a perfect fit for USC, for Lincoln Riley, what we want to do in this offense. The wideouts were interesting today. Can't say enough about Mekhi Lemon, undoubtedly wide receiver 1. The best receiver on this team by a country mile for me. When you talk about hands, speed, route running, elusiveness, he does everything so well. I also thought Jacoby Lane had a very good game. 3 touchdowns, obviously, very physical down there in the red zone. He only had 3 catches, and all 3 of them were scores, which is pretty crazy. But we just don't get enough from everybody else. They don't make the contested catches. They don't really make plays after the catch. Why we were force-feeding Zachariah Branch so often early in this game, I don't know. I thought the offense looked much better when we started to go to other people. I don't know what his role is going to be on the offense next year, but it can't be what it was this year. Don't think he should lead the team in targets next year at all. Be interesting to see what happens there. Kyron Hudson makes crazy catches, but he can't make the simple ones. It's really bizarre to watch. Kyle Ford was a guy I was very hesitant on bringing back to this team. But man, I feel like he was underutilized this year. Every time the ball went to him, it seems like he made a play, other than the Washington game, of course. But I really think we need to get so much more out of our receivers next year. And to me, that means going out in the portal and getting a big time proven number one receiver. Doesn't mean he has to be a number one receiver for us, because I think Mekhi Lemon can totally lead the team in catches again next year. But yeah, we need a Jordan Addison, Brendan Rice, Taj Washington impact level guy in the transfer portal, in my opinion. Other than that, don't really have a lot more to add to this. It's kind of what we saw all year. Probably the defense's worst performance on the entire year. And the offense, when you absolutely had to have it, they just simply crumbled. It's unfortunate, but there were a few positives I do want to talk about before we get out of here. The development and improvement on the offensive line cannot be understated. Coach Henson has done a phenomenal job. Elijah Page is going to be an All-American next year. I know I might have jumped a gun and said that was going to be this year, but his improvement, his development, he looks like a different player. He's playing at a different level than he has at any point in his career. So excited to see what he can be next year. Alani Noah has also shown some improvement as well, and want to say a major thank you to Jonah Monheim and Emmanuel Pregnon. They have both battled for us, played through injuries, been so tough, so consistent. So if this was the last time we see either of them, want to say a major thank you to those guys as well. But yeah, guys, that is all I have for you. I really need to digest this game, digest this entire season. It's been a roller coaster ride. We obviously have the bowl game coming up, so the season is not over yet. But I do just want to say thank you guys so much for riding with me this year, for watching all the videos, for leaving all your comments. Obviously could not do this without you guys, so just want to say a major thank you to you all. Whether you love the videos or hate them, you being here and supporting the channel truly means the world to me. And I know 6-6 is not at all the result we wanted. In fact, it's kind of embarrassing, but we do have some good building blocks for next year. Lincoln's not going anywhere. Unless he decides to leave, he's not going to be fired, so let's not even bother having that conversation. But yeah, a lot to look forward to next year, hopefully. And yeah, guys, thanks as always for watching. You're all awesome, and as always, take care and fight on.